So yeah, Iowa got in a new recruit. They got somebody who is, her name is, on her actual profile is Chazadi Chit Chat Wright. Chit Chat is her, it's like Irvin Magic Johnson. They got Chit Chat Wright. That is a hell of a name. But yeah, so obviously multi-sport athlete, basketball and track, 4-star recruit. Okay. Helped win her leader high school to para-regional championships, but again, that doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. Served 3 years basketball team captain, completed 1 season in track, participating in long jump, 4x1, 4x4, 1 state track championship. Fair play. Fair play. And chose Georgia Tech because of academics, athletics, and proximity to home. I don't know why she chose Iowa, but if she can hoop, then it's a good choice. 7.2 points per game. Okay. On iffy shooting percentages. Like under 3 assists per game. Is she a 5'4"? I would assume she's coming in as a backup. Like I would assume she's going to be coming in as a backup to back up Addie Deal. Because I'm guessing Fearback is still going to be starting. Ava Hayden is going to be like a new player. You're going to still have Fearback in there. Hayden's going to be still in there. You're going to Stokey's still going to be there. Addie Deal is going to start. And I would assume... Who else could start for Iowa? If they bring in another transfer, but I would assume that she's going to be coming in to back up at the 1. She's going to be replacing Guyton. Like, I think that's more than likely where what we're going to see is we're going to see her, rather than being a top tier player, we're probably going to see her be replacing Guyton, which is, again, not a bad option, I guess. Yeah, almost an identical replacement to Guyton. But to be fair, like, anytime I watch Guyton, she wasn't good. You would see there's a player in there. You could see there is a player in there. But it just was not shown. It was not shown at all last year. And she was bad in big games. But yeah, obviously, Georgia transfer is on a visit. Chit Chat Wright is on a visit to Iowa today per source. She averaged 7.2, 2.6 assists. And in fairness, this is the source that said that full Wiley's gone to LSU. So maybe full Wiley is going to be going to LSU. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she gets on. She is so tiny. Oh my God, she's so tiny. She is so tiny. Oh my God. Obviously, she's like Georgia Amore small. She might be shorter than Georgia Amore. But yeah, like Iowa, I think Iowa are going to be good next year. If you look, they've lost Lucy Olsen. They just need to bring in one more big, if they can bring in one more big transfer. You're looking at a team now that has, you've got Addie Deal running the 1. Who else do they have, actually? Do they have any... Do they have any other highly ranked recruits? Obviously, this was in 2024. Do they have anyone else in 2025? So they have Addie Deal, obviously, 5-star. And they have Layla Hayes, who's a 6'4". Okay. A 6'4", 4-star coming in. So that's somebody that's going to obviously try to help their front court. And you just never know. Like, Tegan Mullaney might come good. She looked good in the first game of the season. But again, freshman. You just never know how freshmen are going to do. Like, Mullaney's a freshman. Taylor McCabe's still there, isn't she? Yeah, Taylor McCabe's still there. Obviously, Addie O'Grady's gone. Hayden still there. Jada Jimphy. Jada Jimfy's still in college. She may or may not play in any given game. Who else is there that were I thought there were more freshmen than that. Stremlo didn't do much, but you never know. You never know. She could figure it out, and the players coming in could be okay, because, again, a lot of these players were high-ish ranked. Like, Ava Hayden is the 42nd rated recruit. Then after that is, like, Guyton was the next highest at 58. Then Stremlo was still a top 100 recruit, and I've missed some. Teagan Mulaney was 65th. So they recruit pretty well last year. So it'll be very interesting to see how Iowa get on. And at least there is now they have a backup, so they don't need to replace Guyton now. They need to replace really any. Well, they need to replace Lucy Olsen, which is Addie Deal. And that's assuming that Addie Deal. I think a lot of people are just expecting they got a 5-star in Addie Deal for her to be almost like Caitlin Clark, because the last time they got a 5-star was Caitlin Clark. So chit chat following the assistant coach. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That kind of would make sense. Should have hired. Yeah, just hire Jada. Hire Jada Jimfy at this stage, just for vibes. Just keep her around for vibes. Hire her as an assistant coach for vibes, and you'll be all good. You'll be all good. But I have a feeling Iowa could be good again. Genuinely, I have a feeling that Iowa will be good. Look, they're not making a championship game, but making the second round of the tournament, which I thought was like what I said last year. I was like, first round of the tournament would be bad. If they make it to the second round, that's kind of expectations. If they make it to the Sweet 16, it's been a good season. And it's been a genuinely good season. And if they make the Elite Eight, it's the best possible situation. And they were obviously never going to beat UConn if they had even beaten Oklahoma. So, yeah, I think something similar. In and around the top 20-ish best teams in the nation. Like, they've replaced the players that are gone pretty well. Like, Addie O'Grady by the end of the year wasn't really playing. Stolke's going to be even better. Stolke looked even better when she was playing with, looked better when she was playing with Hayden. Because, like, Stolke, as much as Stolke looked so good at the 5 when she played with Caitlin Clark, that's just because of running. Like, Caitlin Clark with a running 5 is going to make them look better. She didn't look great at times at the 5 last year. So, yeah, I do think they'll be good. I think Iowa will be good. And I do think getting in this transfer is a start. I do hope maybe if you can get one more transfer, like McCabe it's probably going to be Fearbach and McCabe starting again, but just one more player, and I think Iowa are going to be in good shape. One more nice wing. Like, had they got your one Avery Howell from USC, it would have been perfect, but sure, look, that didn't happen. But anyway, yeah, that's it.